here's something that might sting a little. If your plant died, there's a good chance it wasn't neglect that killed it. It was love. Too much water, given with the best intentions, is quietly the #1 killer of beginner plants, and most people never even realize it's happening until it's too late. Doesn't wilt easily. No obvious warning sign. Just a slow, silent decline while you keep thinking you're doing everything right. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to spot it, fix it, and make sure it never happens again. Hey, welcome back to Green Harvest Hub. If you've been with us since the 5 vegetables video, welcome back and thank you for sticking around, because today's video is the one I promised you. If you're new here, hello, I'm so glad you found us. This channel is built for real people growing real food, no fancy tools, no overwhelming advice, just simple things that actually work. And today's topic is one of the most common reasons beginner gardens quietly fail, so if you've ever lost a plant and wondered what you did wrong, this one's for you. Quick favor before we dive in. If you're new here, tap subscribe because this channel is all about the small, honest details that actually keep your plants alive, not just the exciting parts. And if you've ever had a plant die on you and you still don't know why, drop a comment, tell me what happened, because there's a good chance this video is about to explain it. So today we're talking about the #1 mistake that kills more beginner plants than pests, than bad soil, than even too little sun. Overwatering. And here's the tricky part. It doesn't feel like a mistake while you're doing it. It feels like care. It feels like you're being attentive. That's exactly why it's so dangerous, because nobody warns you about it. I'm going to walk you through why it happens, the quiet signs your plant is struggling, and the simple fix that takes the guesswork out completely. Most beginners assume more water means more care, the same way we might assume feeding a person more means helping them more. But plants don't work that way. Roots need oxygen just as much as they need water. When soil stays constantly wet, the tiny air pockets around the roots collapse, and the roots essentially begin to suffocate. This is called root rot, and it doesn't happen because you did too little, it happens because you did too much, too often, without giving the soil a chance to breathe in between. The silent signs. Here's what makes this so sneaky. Overwatering doesn't look like an emergency. Leaves might turn slightly yellow, but not dramatically. The plant might look a little tired, but not collapsed. Many beginners see this and think, my plant looks thirsty, so they water more, which makes everything worse. The real signs to watch for are yellowing lower leaves, soil that stays damp for days without drying, and a slightly mushy or dark stem near the soil line. None of these scream emergency, and that's exactly the problem. Quick pause here. If you've ever looked at a yellowing plant and thought it needed more water, when actually it needed less, let me know in the comments. I promise you're not alone. Almost every beginner has done this at least once. And if this is helping things click for you, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more people who are about to make the same mistake without realizing it. Subscribe too if you haven't, because next up I'm covering the exact opposite problem. Plants that are quietly starving for water while looking totally fine. The simple fix. Here's the good news. Fixing this is almost embarrassingly simple. Before you water, stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels damp, wait. If it feels dry, water. That's it. No schedules, no guessing, no watering just because it's Tuesday. Your plant will tell you exactly what it needs if you just check before assuming. And make sure your pot actually has drainage holes, because even perfect watering habits won't help if the excess water has nowhere to go. Here's something oddly comforting. Plants have been surviving droughts, floods, and everything in between for millions of years, long before humans ever tried to grow them in pots. They're built to handle stress. Most of the time, the plant isn't fragile, it's just responding honestly to the environment it's been given. When you learn to read those honest signals, you stop fighting your plant and start actually working with it. So, let's bring it together. Overwatering isn't a lack of care, it's usually too much of it, given without checking first. The signs are quiet, slightly yellow leaves, soil that stays wet too long, so don't wait for a dramatic collapse to notice. And the fix is simple. Check the soil before you water, and make sure there's somewhere for excess water to go. That's genuinely most of the battle. If this helped you understand your plants a little better, subscribe because we're going to keep covering the small, honest details that actually make growing your own food easier. Drop a comment and tell me if you've made this mistake before. I read every single one. And if you started your 5 easy vegetables from last video, go check on them today. This tip applies directly to every single one of them. I'll see you in the next one.